Google Gemini just released a new coding assistant AI tool that lives in the terminal, and it's free and open source, which I absolutely love. As a developer, I just feel more comfortable and home in a terminal. So I want to give it a real world scenario on a project that I'm working on, and give the same exact prompt that I give Gemini to Claude AI, which is probably the golden standard right now in AI coding assistance. Uh, and to give you an idea, what I'm going to tell them, I'm prompted to, is to check out this package, which is Office package, go through all the code, familiarize yourself with it, and test the the functions that you think are like important to test. And in my opinion, the function that I think should be tested is this, because everything else you're just getting basically just for free out of the Spring JPA. But here I actually have a little bit of custom logic, and any code that like you really write yourself is prone to obviously more bugs and stuff like that. It's very simple. You can think of this as like a soft delete. This get completed, and we're trying to get all the offices that are not soft deleted at the time. And so here's my prompt, and we'll see Gemini goes. And basically what the prompt is just saying like, hey, go check out this package, and come up with a plan to write the test for us. It's taking a while. Okay. So I'm going to insert that prompt. Basically it says look at the files, subdirectories, I give it the location to look at, familiarize yourself with the code, all its functions and interactions, come up with a plan to write tests of the important aspects. For example, Office Service Impl is a file that's very important and it should be tested. Keep in mind best practices and edge cases when writing tests. Alright, so give it a minute and see what it does. I will start listing files. Alright, I will start listing files, blah blah blah. Then I'll read the content of each file. Finally, I'll devise a testing plan. Menu files. Alright, so it's finished analyzing the package. I will now create a new directory. Should return. Just for the sake, directory. Should return. Just for the sake of this, yes, always. This is what with. Should return non-completed offices. This is exactly what I wanted it to test. Okay. Should create a return office, okay. And office ID, no. That's pretty good. Alright, now let's get running the tests. Yeah, that's Maven, permission denied. Alright. It's great, I think it would just, it's trying to do a Maven test. I think you could just run a bash command to like, to run the test or compile. Just Maven. Let's see what you came up with though. Successfully. Okay, so there should be some issue with the test. It failed because it can't get user principal. So I think you probably want to mock this. Let's see. Yeah, I think you want to mock that as well. I'm curious, so I just said, like, oh yes, always run this class in permission. Or just like per session, or if I close Gemini and I open it back up, I always have that permission to just run all the files. I think per session. Okay, so here's the test. Open mocks. Okay, there's mocks. Office find. Then return. Okay. Yeah, see, it's still building failures. Alright, so why is it failing? Open mock. Find all. Okay, so it's successfully built now. And okay, so let's see what we finalized it. I'm just going to run the test here, make sure everything's working. yeah, this was the test that I wanted to run. You can see it's created 3 offices and it should only find 2, which is cool. Everything passed. So yeah, I think Gemini did a good job. Let's quit. And let's save all this stuff. Okay, so that's impressive. It did what I wanted to do. And let's now Claude test. So now let's try Claude code doing the same exact prompt and see if it comes up with the same results as before. What's in the package? right now it's reading all the files. I like how it's breaking down like this. Control R. I like in Claude, I like this to do things. Very comprehensive plan. Alright, so this, compared to Gemini, this is going to make a test for Office Controller as well. So the way this works, I just like Claude a lot better just because of what it's telling me it's doing right now. No issues found. Okay. Okay. So go ahead with this plan. So where Gemini just started making the code and did come up with the plan which I prompted to, Claude AI came up with the plan, demonstrated it to me first, and then is now I'm like, now it's executing tests. Okay. So first I checked the okay. Not so crazy, it's like all this time it's taken the developer wrote the test like 10 times over already now. It is not fast, right? Just freaking about it. Okay, so this is the first test file. We have location. It mocks the user principal, which is good. I get should return to the offices. Yeah, so this is really good. Just kind of Gemini. I'm gonna say yes to all this. That'll be a little faster. Okay. So this is the test it came up with. Does it look like the imports are done properly? No, should be. Maybe my ID is just getting up. Let's see what it is doing. Okay, so yes, I hasn't run any test yet, which Google Gemini was running the test as it was. Anyway, these are just Claude is making the test, and then it's going to run all the test. I don't think we need a JPA Office repo test. All it is, when I look at the Office JPA, there's not even a there is one logic thing I have here, but this is really just string JPA. If you find my name, it's making the SQL statements stuff like that. I don't have to do any logic of my own for that. So I don't think I would test this in my. I'll try doing it. So right now I can tell the difference between Gemini and Claude is Claude's doing more. It came up, I like the plan it came up with, but it's a lot. Okay, so now here, this is the moment of truth when it runs the test. See, okay, remember the last day I changed, maybe this one's they're doing trash commands. Really just again, maybe the test. You see, Gemini, all the billionaires, okay, this is, they have a bunch of billionaires too, it looks like. You know. Let's see what's doing. As far as tests go. Okay, there's a lot more tests here at GPA. They both have issues with this user principal thing. It was not importing. I'm guessing these are protected methods and probably you can't set. If I had to look. Oh shoot, here we go. Let's look at the location. Yeah, you're not allowed to do that. Except for that failed. So, I mean, it's cool that it is giving me a lot more update stuff that I don't want to. Let's go with some tests. So, should only return to non-DB officers. Final officers. Yeah, expected more. Well, I might be coming to a conclusion here, but it doesn't seem like Claude's able to get everything compiled. But I do like a lot of tests. I'm just going to let it run for now until it finishes. But see, it's been a lot of errors compiling, so it ran. Where did it go? It showed the script. Okay. It ran this to try to see what is going on and try to debug itself. Error when it So I'm not okay, I have to do H2 database. Is this actually working? So now I'm just running the test in my IDE, see how it goes. Yeah, everything works fine. So, I mean, there it is. So both Gemini and Claude completed the task successfully and made sure to test the chunk of code that I personally would want to test the most. They went above and beyond and tested all kinds of different functions and features. A big difference was Gemini focused solely on the file that I told it to, where Claude went through the rest of the package and tested everything from the controller to the JPA. They might have, I don't know, they might have went, I think Claude probably tested way more than I think is necessary. But still, I think I have to give the edge to Claude just on the interface and how they did do some comprehensive testing. Now, what's great is both the tools are used by the development team that uses it. Meaning that it's just going to get better. They're going to run into the same problems that you and I would use as we're doing it. What I do like is Google's, they open source theirs. which is amazing. But they're also it's free, so it's kind of hard to beat that. I think I pay $20 for Claude. I think it's like their cheapest tier. Mm, but either way, they're both great. I think I have to give the edge to Claude though.